Once Upon a Die is a twisted fantasy adventure podcast meant for adults. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Die, the live play D&D podcast. I am your host, Sean McCallan, and I play Jeff Buffgate. I'm going to go right into Tessia's bet. My bet is to abstain. I'm going to not bet this week.
My name is Grace Lee and I play Melee. My bet today is actually going to be on Halen.
I am Austin Wolf. I play Charvalco, and I'm going to be betting on Halen.
My name is Justin. I play Halen Van Lichtenstein, and I'm going to bet on Grace.
My name is Jonathan James Curran. I play Goonie Makeshift, and I will be betting on Jeff Bucket.
And last but certainly not least, we have our astute DM.
Astute?
We have our astute.
Leave it to Justin to ruin it.
We have our astute
really
DM.
I'm your very gassy DM, and I've had way too many milky coffees.
Ew.
My name is Cody White, and I'm going to be leading you through this horrid adventure that
I
we're
was
going through.
descriptive in the wrong ways.
As white as his coffee.
Some people like their coffee white, some people like their coffee black. I drink it both ways, so I don't get flack.
What?
Fuck was that, dude?
Please get that out.
What the
Don't
No,
drink
not
that.
a
Don't
chance.
drink that.
We are on a different wavelength this week. We are some kind of way.
All right.
I'm going to set my bet for Charvalco.
Choo, choo, choo.
Char.
Oh, God, please don't. Please don't.
That's the happy thing. No, not that one. I like the new one.
I'm gonna develop.
You sound like the coming turtle when you say it like
I'm gonna develop that into a
I'm
sound.
Charmander.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna develop that into a sound. Char.
Char, 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 char.
Char.
The Once Upon a Die soundboard coming to.
Can we do this for the next hour and a half so it's our whole episode?
Yeah.
Now, let's see. Where did we leave off? Ah, that's right. Our party and Jeff Buffgate were finally reunited in the deep basement level of Coven Corp. The Coven Corp which Ellie was introduced to the rest of the party, as well as a monstrous jewelry box by the name of Alexi. After formulating a plan to free the enslaved workers of Dorshoppe, our adventurers made their way to the pit. Now, after a decisive battle with 2 guards, the group arrived at the elevator doors leading up to Dorshoppe. And that's where we are now.
So we make it to the elevator.
Yes, so we're going to the elevator.
All right, Jeff. So you sure you know where we're going? We don't want to get lost now.
We're trying to liberate everyone, or as many people as we can. So
Perfect.
I don't think there's a place that we
Go
can't
wrong.
go. Yeah.
Right. Let's go. Fire it up.
I just remember that witch lady, Ellie, I believe her name was.
Yeah.
She mentioned a gentleman.
Yeah. Dango. He should have been down here.
Do you
He
know
wasn't.
perhaps where he might be?
We were supposed to meet him down here. Down in the pit.
Maybe he's at the end of this elevator.
Where did they hold that?
Were there other rooms within this hallway or area that we were in? We can search some of the rooms.
There were like maybe a couple of cell rooms leading to the elevator, yes.
Dang, we
But,
better
they,
get those.
but they were open, right? Or were they
Like-
closed? Were they bars or?
Like there were window bars in each of these.
And they're
doors,
closed?
Yeah. They were all closed.
Oh, can I check them out?
Like you could look into each of the windows, yeah. Like basically you see a couple destitute people in 2 of the cells.
Well, it'd probably be good if I looked with him because I know what Dango looks like.
Jeff, you walk up to one of the doors and you look up at the window that's quite a bit
I'll just give you a boost. I'll pick you.
You lift Jeff Buffgate up.
Upsies.
His little legs are
Right in
kicking
the
a little bit.
right in the armpits, straight up in the air.
Uppies.
Aw.
And you see Schmigley's kind of kicking
I give you
at
a
a
little
pebble a little bit.
Kick rock, Schmigley.
And then I'm like, Schmigley, do you want uppies too?
As I'm lifting you up, you're giving him the middle fingers.
Asshole, Mr.
I give you a kiss on the back of the head.
And then I see
Even though you're older
Schmigley kicking
than I
a rock, and I'm like, do you want to lift Schmigley?
He looks down at the ground and up at you and gives you a nod
I'm like,
up and down, just shaking his head.
all right, let's go.
And
And I lift him up just because.
Would there
he looks in and then he's like,
I put him back. What's wrong, Schmigley? And I put him back down.
That man smells of something horrid.
They've been rotting in a cell for a long time, so yeah, I guess they would smell pretty right.
Guess so.
It's fecal matter.
Actually,
Schmigley.
it kind of reminds me of how you all smelled when you came up to my house.
That was also fecal matter for sure. 100%.
Yeah, we were in a sewer, so
Yeah.
that makes
And-
sense.
Well, okay, I can give it a second scrub when we come back.
You see Dango? Where's Dango?
Where's Dango?
So what do I see?
neither of these two people seem to be Dingo.
Nope.
I wouldn't have found a key on the guards for these cells, would I?
We don't want to let these guys out. They could be crazy.
Not before we checked them off the. you
Not
want to
before-
go back down?
Yeah.
And,
Oh, you did search him.
Oh, yeah, you
though.
did search.
Do you remember what your search
It was a
was?
nat
It was like a
20.
It was a nat 20.
It was a nat 20.
You found a key.
Okay, cool. I'm going to open the cells. Send them back through.
I guess that's true. These could be part of this.
I mean, I think
are these?
anybody
Would
can
we
get
know
out
if
here.
these are slaves or are these prisoners? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You could imagine that
are these dangerous people or are they?
they might be dangerous to Dorshoppe General for sure.
fucking
yeah,
open it up!
these people are probably allies.
Yeah,
let them out if we
I'll-
can let them
I'll-
out.
Open them.
And yeah, you open all of the 4 doors, and there were 2 people in there. One of them weakly looks up, can't really seem to move too well. The other one gets up slowly,
I'm gonna split some rations and give each of them some.
and he voraciously chomps down on these bits of bread, and he gasps out a raspy, "Thank you."
I'll give them some water.
Have you seen Dango?
Yeah, the one they brought from down in the pit. They said they were taking him to the stockroom.
They took him. We gotta hurry. We gotta go.
Do you know what floor the stockroom is on?
It's the basement level, just under the first floor.
And is it guarded?
Yes, be careful in the stockroom.
Yeah, the stockroom. That's where.
It takes something out of you.
What's
You
in-
would think these cells are bad, but no one wants to go to the stockroom.
What's in there?
That's usually the last place people see their loved one.
Is it a magical something? Like, does something suck the force out of you? Or
I could not say. I don't know if it's just the guards, the situation, or something else, but
is it heavily guarded?
there are typically guards stationed keeping an eye on most of the operations.
Do you know how many?
Well,
I mean, he has been stuck up here. It might be kind of difficult for him to answer that.
it's honestly hard to say, but I know there's always 2 guards down here in the pits with us, and if they have enough to keep a steady schedule of that, I imagine there's gotta be at least over 10.
Oh shit!
That's a lot.
All right.
Well, we,
There's
I mean, we
much
could do,
more
we
on
could do
the-
that. We could totally scrap that.
we've
There are
got
many more on the main floor and the quarters. I know that for sure.
Well, we should start with the stockroom.
Yeah.
Let's get to the stock room. Lead the way, Jeff.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the elevator.
Go down to the pits. Follow the tunnel. There should be somebody there to help you guys escape.
Good luck,
Thank you.
friends.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves.
The gods bless you. You see him slowly crawl over to the other one, and he gives him some of his rations and water and starts trying to nurse this other
Can I check to see
prisoner.
if the guy has like wounds or if he's just emaciated kind of thing?
He's basically just emaciated. He hasn't had a whole lot of food at all, barely enough water to survive. We don't know how long he's been down here either. Based on just how secluded it seems, this is a place where people are left to be forgotten.
So we make our way down.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So you pack into this actually larger elevator than you came in on Coven Corp. You hit the basement button. Someone make me a call for odds and evens, please.
Austin.
Evens. Odds!
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
it hurt real bad. Sorry.
I'll count it.
Yes!
Is it?
It worked. I figured it out.
As the doors open to the stockroom, there are no guards outside the elevator doors. You see a hallway that leads to both your left and your right, and two large double doors that are directly in front of you.
Lead the way, Buffgate.
All right. I've only seen the stockroom from the outside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside. So,
It's through those double doors?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Ready to lock and load.
Can I make like an investigation or perception check to see which way seems like the way?
You don't have to make a roll. You can infer that it is these two large doors in front of you that lead to the stockroom.
well, we
You
should
imagine
check.
that Dorshoppe keeps most of
they're-
their merchandise. in
And they're
this room.
closed. The doors are closed.
The doors are closed.
We should stealthily check what's on the other side of these doors. There could be guards on the other side.
If someone wants to make me a roll,
I'm pretty good at investigating. And by pretty good, I mean really good.
What's your
Yeah,
modifier?
I say.
What's your
I say
modifier, bro?
7.
I said we let Goon check to see
If you put like a little earpiece up to the door, like you're trying to
of
unlock
those-
a safe.
one of those little cones.
Yeah, right.
You're trying to unlock a safe.
17 plus 7. 24.
24 for you, and you were thinking of doing something.
I was just going to use primeval awareness.
Primeval awareness?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Yeah, what does that do?
As an action, you can expend one ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level of spell slot, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elements, fays, friends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you, or
Fiends.
fiends, or
Do I have any friends
1 mile
around?
of you,
It's us.
or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favored area. It doesn't
Dope.
reveal the number of them, though, just if there are a bunch.
I mean, if we
Okay,
if
well
we've got
then,
some time,
I'll wait.
I can.
What do you sense?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
I could also do detect magic, and I think it kind of does a similar thing, but just with magic in general.
What do you sense, Halen?
All right. Well, are you going to use that or?
I just used it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can't tell how many there are because there seem to be a lot of them. And they're constantly shuffling in a seemingly sporadic pattern throughout the stockroom. And you can sense them for at least a couple miles. Easy.
What is he sensing?
This room seems to be very large on the other side.
I can only sense a mile.
You can sense at least up to a mile of this room. And there are
It's filled.
undead.
This room is a mile long?
It's miles. I can only sense the first
This
mile.
room is miles long?
Holy shit.
There's at least a mile of undead shuffling on the other side of those doors. How much more? I don't know. But if it's a mile deep, I'm assuming there's a lot more to go.
That must be what they were talking about when they said that.
Do you
they
sense
suck something out
humanoids?
of you.
Or humans? Can you sense normal people like Dango? Not specific people, but that there are something in there other than undead?
Right now, I have an overwhelming view of so many undead.
Shit.
I'm assuming
don't open
they
those
go
doors
in
then.
there as humans,
And they come back.
and
as-
they're just undead now.
So we just keep those doors closed.
I
Yeah.
mean,
we
They said Dango went down there.
what
Really?
is? You said there's a hallway that leads to the left and the right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's.
Can we see
have
the
more
end of
than
those?
one?
There are. You can see one of them ends in a T sort of fashion,
Okay.
and the end of the other one leads to a door. There are actually also signs indicating to the right are the quarters. To the left would be middle management's bay.
How corporate.
Well, none of those. The quarters they said was heavily
I mean-
guarded, obviously.
middle management may be a possibility. If Dango was taken in this area, he's more than just your average slave. Like, they've been having a lot of trouble with him, so I would imagine he might be a special case and might be taken to Middle management?
Did you hear of middle management at all? Anything about it when you were here?
A bit.
You heard that middle management they're kind of like the indentured servants that have gotten into good standing. They have high performance records. They do as they're told, and they're given a slightly higher status because of that. The middle management is often seen as traitors of the group.
Traitors to their own kind.
Traitors to their own kind.
Well,
Yeah, Dango was pretty... Like, he was pretty well known by a lot of the higher-ups and everything. He's been able to avoid the stockroom for so long, I doubt they would just send him
do you think
straight
he
in.
maybe went in as a cover?
Possible, but
I mean, I say
That guy upstairs, though, he said, or
But he
downstairs,
he
whatever.
had... Yeah,
He said that he saw them take Dango. So that you're probably right, Jeff. We probably need to go to this middle management bay, office bay. That's probably where Dango
I
is.
think it sounds like our best bet.
So you hang a
that's
left down the hallway to the middle management bay. It opens up into this square room. Almost seems like an entryway to the rest of the wing. You see someone at a desk, just kind of, it looks like they're reading or drawing something. They're not really paying a lot of attention right now. They have a hot cup of very aromatic tea that they're sipping on. Goon, give me an intelligence roll
So what do
for
I add?
memory's sake.
Yeah, what do I add?
Can I hold a flashlight up and give him
Add your
advantage?
intelligence bonus.
Massage his forehead.
Can I hold a flashlight and give him advantage?
Yeah, just put the light bulb over his head.
10 total.
10 total?
5 plus 5.
You look at this person, and, like, there's something reminiscent about this person.
The receptionist?
The receptionist at the desk, has this curly red hair. She seems very familiar to you for some reason, but you can't put your tongue on it.
Interesting.
And that seems to be the only person in this small square room.
Do we want to try and just walk past her without anybody noticing? Or
They haven't made any notice of us yet.
No, this person, she's just busying herself. Looks like she might be drawing or writing something.
So, like,
Nice,
secretly writing her novel while at work.
Basically.
I mean,
Hard throbbing member.
I mean, it's
she don't
just
kind
one.
of kill a receptionist. Let's just sneak past her. She
We
ain't
could,
gonna
we,
get
could
Yeah,
even,
it-
we could talk to her.
I don't
like,
know. She looks kind of familiar, and I'm kind of worried that she might
You might know it.
recognize me from something. Yeah, which would not be good. I feel like I don't have any friends.
She
I
looks-
mean, there's only one. We can. Oh,
You see, you
besides
feel a
yeah,
pat
but
on
I
your
mean,
back, and you see Schmigley right there.
Oh,
Thank you, Schmigley. I appreciate it. That what I was
I don't know your last name.
Schmigley, I appreciate what you're doing. What I meant was there shouldn't be people in a place like this looking to be my friend.
what does that mean?
I'm saying where we are, I don't have any friends here. I don't know any people here.
Dorshoppe, you mean?
But I recognize this person for some reason, and I'm worried that maybe she knows me.
she looks like.
Well, I mean,
If you think we should stay away from her,
I'm
Then
saying we
should
skedaddle right
possibly
past
try to
her.
stay away
Yeah,
from
I
just
think it's
avoid
the
her.
only.
I mean, you can go
she
try.
got
If you want to
information.
charm her,
She
or
doesn't.
send the charmer.
She doesn't
after.
look. She doesn't look like she's paying much attention.
We could get some
Goonie,
information
odds or
out of her.
evens?
Evens.
The receptionist lets out a long sigh as she looks up from her pad. Her eyes lock with all of you standing in the hallway. You don't look familiar. What the hell are you doing? Here's a lesson in humanity. Don't be creepy putting your finger to... I don't even know you. That is creepy as hell. Do
how
not
far
do
away
that
is she?
to me. And she's about, I'd say 30 to 40 feet.
That's
I kind of look over to Jeff. I'm like, do you want to say something?
Hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, we didn't get your name.
Abby.
Abby.
what a pretty name. What a pretty name.
Such a pretty name.
Thanks. So
So
how can I help you?
Abby, it seems like you're out here by yourself. Why ever would they?
How long you been at this job, Abby?
Actually just got it yesterday, as a matter of fact. Kind of lucked out, I think.
Oh yeah,
Lucked out? Where were you working before?
Just an office down, basically just a city council job.
So they give. It seems like they give you a lot of freedom here. I point towards your book. It looks like you're able to work on some of your passions there.
Oh, yes, I do get a little bit of time here and there, but it does get a little bit strict sometimes.
Oh, how does it get strict?
Oh, the guards try to overstep some of their bounds sometimes, and, well, lady has to put them in their place, right?
Right. You are exactly right.
So, what can I do for Mr.
Buffgate.
Buffgate?
My friends and I are in here looking to speak with some of your management. There's been...
What kind of business are you doing with them?
The people business.
Yeah,
I looked around. I was so sure at first, but then I became so unsure.
She looks over at you and she's like, yeah, there tends to be a lot of people in the people business around here.
We represent a new HR firm, and we would like to inquire with some of your management about how we can work together.
Create a mental health program.
Yeah, we're a new business, so we're kind of doing some outreach.
Roll me persuasion.
All right.
I know what I'm asking.
That is 17.
You know, that actually sounds really nice. That's something that a lot of people could use around here, I think. I mean, it is pretty early. It's
the early
about
bird
6
gets the
o'clock.
worm, right?
Early bird gets the
The
worm.
early bird gets the worm. I give her a little wink.
And she blushes a little bit.
I also give her a wink. And then I wink at Buffgate.
Like you're doing. I just go back to Goon. You're doing really good.
And then I wink at Buffgate again. And then I turn and wink at Halen. And then I go back to the receptionist.
And you two seem pretty gregarious.
That's a big word, ma'am. Love it when you use big words. What big words you have.
May just looks over at Goonie like, fuck.
And she writes books, so she's probably stoked that he said big words. You think my words are good?
I got a few pages for you to read if you like immense pages.
I go to Goon and whisper. Looks like you might have to hold down the fort here, Goon.
I don't know what it is about you. Like, she squints her eyes at you. Have we met before?
No, that's impossible. I've never been in this neck of the woods before.
I remember faces too well.
I just have one of those faces.
Was anybody recently?
I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna remember one of these times.
Okay.
Was anybody recently promoted around here?
Not recently. I can't say that. No one was really. No one promoted.
Not in the last one day she's been here.
She has only been here for a day.
He's only been gone a day. So
True.
If Dango was going to be promoted, it would have been one day.
No, I don't think he was promoted. I think he was taken for his shenanigans. Am I wrong? I thought he was taken to be...
I thought we were thinking he had been promoted.
Is that what you thought?
No, I was thinking like they wanted to have a chat with him.
If you could be so kind, the stock room is so large. If you could point us in the right direction to middle management office bay. Pretty sure that was what it was called. The guy on the way in told me about.
Give me a persuasion with advantage. With advantage.
That's even worse. That's really even worse.
I'll hold up a flashlight and give him help action.
You said, what did you say? Persuasion?
Persuasion.
A 6. I rolled a 5 and a 4.
Normally, I would put you right in the direction, but like I mentioned...
I know, you need a name. Are we going to make a visitor's name tag?
It's not that, it's just still really early, and like, I just started here. I don't want to wake up my bosses and them immediately get pissed off at me, and then a whole bunch of shit starts to go down, and I don't want to be there when it comes my way. You understand?
Abby, let me ask you something. They're making you come in, and they're not even awake yet?
On your second day.
This is the kind of thing that we could fight for you on. It doesn't seem very fair that you should have to come in so early, and they're sleeping.
Yeah.
They're not even awake.
I totally agree with you, Foggy.
They haven't even finished training you yet.
Persuasion.
Correct.
With advantage, even.
While
With all of these, there's some good points.
We're going to start a
that all of you are
That is an 18.
Oof.
We're going to start a law office.
Close.
Buffgate. I'll be
She rolled
Murdoch.
a 16 plus 1, so 17 was her roll. She mulls it over for a second. She's like, well, I mean, you're not wrong. I did kind of feel like they were just giving me a lot of responsibility. But I mean, I kind of left my last job in a bit of not so great terms. And I was surprised that they picked me up so readily. Just between you and me, I don't know how long I'm honestly going to be here. There's a lot of shady shit going on. You know what? Go down the hall, make a right then a left. Typically, most of the middle management has morning meetings over there. I bet you'd be able to catch them before that.
While all that was happening, can I just kind of look around the room and see if there's anything of note?
There is a desk. There's this really beautiful plant. It's gorgeous. But it's encompassed around a bunch of other flowers like daisies. But there's this one scarlet red flower in the middle of it. It's very, very pretty arrangement.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Abby.
you so much, Abby.
Thanks, Abby.
It was a pleasure to meet you. We won't forget you.
I'll give her a gold piece.
She takes the gold piece silently
She
and just
roll
pockets
badly
it.
on taking a compliment.
And, like,
How dare you?
And I turn to Abby and I'm like,
not going to say no to money.
I turn to Abby and like, I get it how it can be hard for us sometimes in the workplace.
I could tell you so many stories. Like, all right, after you talk, we can shoot the shit a little bit. I'm going to be off here in an hour anyway, so.
What time did she start work?
She's night crew.
Yeah, she's graveyard.
And
It's about 5 a.m. right now.
Abby,
Yeah.
feel free to submit a resume if you're ever looking for any other employment.
Have a cod?
What did you just say?
I do.
Oh, a
have-
card.
You have a cod? You have a cod?
I just
Why?
pull a
You
fish-
making
I
fun of
just
my
pull a big
accent? You
small
making
fish.
fun of my
Without skipping
accent?
a beat, you just pull a fish out. Yeah.
So I hand her a business card.
She takes it and smiles a little, and I'll be sure to.
Notices it has nothing to do with a firm about people's mental health in the workplace.
Is it a tiny scroll, or is it like a square slice of wood?
I'll use my my minor illusion to make the card.
Okay.
And then she'll misplace it, quote unquote.
All right, let's get to this meeting, guys.
So you go down the hall to the right and to the left, and you wait for just about maybe 10, 15 minutes, and you see a few guards pass the hallway. They don't pay you too much mind. They seem to be going through a bit of a guard switch, and they're just barely waking up. You see a couple people come around the corner and down the hallway towards you.
Do I recognize any of them?
You don't recognize any of them yourself, no.
Are they?
You were only really there for about a day. Like, even then, you ended up going down to the pit pretty quick.
Are they walking towards us, or are they walking in our direction?
They're walking directly towards you. You follow the directions that Abby gave you, and there's this door. I imagine you might have peeked inside, and it's just a straight-up conference room.
No sign of Dango?
No sign of Dango. These two people that are walking towards you, there's an elf and a dwarf walking side by side towards you. And they're kind of quietly talking to each other, having some mild laughs.
We're just gonna keep walking, keep looking
Yep.
straight, not even pay them any mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Travalco puts on a really.
We're walking like we belong there.
And that's how I ended up selling towels for the Empire.
And as they pass, like the dwarf looks at all. Working hard or hardly working, eh?
These early mornings, am I right?
Oh,
Travalco yawns real loud. Just.
I wouldn't be able to make it without my tea. That's for sure. And
Can I check to see if I can figure out what that tea is?
the color of the tea is mainly you can see the brown, but there's a bit of yellow towards the rim. Like there seems to be a little bit of separation.
Okay. And I'm sniffing hard.
This is fire water.
Get,
Drinking straight up
give
moonshine.
me perception.
7.
That's solid.
That's
a good one.
It's some pungent ass tea. Like you're almost wondering if that ring of yellow is some piss that they put into it.
What the
Like
fuck?
it doesn't smell pleasant. I could say that. It'll wake you up. I promise you that. As he takes a sip.
I bet.
Yeah.
And
You guys have a good one.
we
We keep walking.
yeah, we just turn around and keep going.
All right, guys, let's keep going. Jeff, lead the way.
All right, so I follow the directions.
We need to find Dango and get the GTFO.
Yeah,
We need
so,
to get everyone out, not just Dango.
Very true.
Jeff, give me an odds and evens.
odds.
15.
Yes.
Jeff, you see someone that you recognize.
Uh-oh.
And it's this snake person. She's talking to this person. She looks like in a very professional suit. She looks a lot cleaner than you remembered her from last time. This was the snake person in the main quarters that offered you to stay with her in her bed. She's walking with what you can imagine is a middle management person.
Okay.
You can see this other person. It's this very short, gnomish looking character with super thick glasses, and he's holding himself very tall for a gnome, and he's hurriedly seeming to run this snake woman through daily procedures or training her in some way.
Okay.
They look up and notice you. Yes. Can I help you?
Absolutely, you can, but it would not be appropriate to do it right here. Do you mind if we speak more privately?
Sure. There's a private conference room right across the way. So, do you want to go in this one here? Come. Don't worry, everybody's typically late as it is. Yes.
We really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's just step into this office here and let's have a sit down. We have some time as it is. He leads you into this other door. Anyone want some tea?
No, thank you.
Fair enough.
We're fine. Thanks.
So, what can I do you for?
We are representatives of our current client, Dango, and it has come to our attention that he has appropriated the funds to clear his debt, and we are here to collect him.
Hearing this, the gnome just furrows his brow a little bit, but the snake woman immediately pipes in, Dango? Tell me, where in Purgatros did he get that kind of money?
That's Dango's personal affairs, and I don't think it's appropriate to discuss it with his debtors.
The gnome signals to the snake woman to let me handle this. Mr. What is your name, sir?
Crate.
Mr. Crate, you understand, I can't speak about too many affairs of workers under Dorshoppe policy, but we may be able to speak with perhaps a lawyer present.
That's who we are. We represent our client, Dango.
And I imagine that we would have to have our own lawyer representing Dorshoppe.
Well, I think first and foremost, we need to see our client.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. That is 14 plus 21.
You're saying that this, Dango, correct?
Correct.
Has paid off his debt.
Yes.
Do you have any receipts that I might be able to see just so that I can confirm this claim at least?
That's something that we need confirmation of Dango in person in order to provide those.
Oh, okay.
It's linked to his person, so we need the confirmation from him in order to release any of that.
Very well. I can understand red tapes and barrels quite a bit. We're going to have to go to the stock room. I would highly suggest you having some tea if we're going to be going off there.
You know what? I think it's going to be a long day.
Yeah,
Can I get a sachet of that tea for the future?
Certainly. We've got plenty of travel mugs around here.
Oh.
He brings out a few. He gives you one that says "Number 1 Boss Man."
Perfect.
I'll take a glass.
I'll take a mug too, but I'm going to take a mug.
As we're walking down, can you guys tell us about the stock rooms?
The stock rooms are not a bright place to be. You
So
certainly
we've heard-
don't want to spend too much time in the room. You
Why
tend to get a little bit foggy the longer you stay in there.
Why would that be?
They feed in a little bit of a gas that keeps the workers compliant.
Interesting.
It's been some time learning about this, for sure, but I've been working middle management for the past couple years, and you learn a thing or two doing what I do.
Pretty brilliant, actually.
Some ways and fashions, yes, but we have noticed that over time, the workers do tend to, lose their humanity a little bit.
Do the guards wear gas masks or something? How do they even stand?
They drink this tea, and they also wear some specialized amulets to help combat some of the more potent bits of it. Yes.
The tea.
Oh, yes. The tea, it's a natural antidote for the gas that they put in. They actually feed it to most of the complex.
Travaco would take a sip.
It takes a sip too.
It's not. It tastes like feet, dude. It's
What?
it's
That tastes better.
fucking nasty,
And then under.
you get used to it.
Travaco takes a sip and whispers to himself, I think Targus would like this.
And May whispers to Char, it's better than when we get at the rusty coat hanger.
I'm just going to keep my eye on
It
both of
wasn't
them
the
after they
best.
take a drink of that stuff.
I suppose I'll have a bit myself.
Schmiggly,
Huh? Yes,
I don't think you need that.
but the gas.
Maybe it wouldn't go well with and I give him a wink, with the pills that you've been taking.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Haven't been taking
I
any
just-
pills?
I know. I had just started the regiment. I forget about some of these things. Fair enough.
I've only heard stories of the stockroom, but I hear it's pretty large, right?
Oh, well, yes. It's actually quite a few miles long. You know, actually, they have a chain of dimension doors that leads you to each of the Dorshoppe. So technically, the stockroom actually supplies every Dorshoppe around the sphere. It is actually something, it's pretty amazing when you think about it.
That is quite amazing.
Yeah. And so you said that occasionally some of the workers can go crazy. I mean, I imagine it'd have to be pretty heavily guarded, right?
Oh, there are guards stationed and patrolling the area consistently, yes. But the people in there, they just tend to lose themselves, and I don't know, they just basically seem to almost lose their souls. You reach the stockroom doors and walk through. You're met by a couple guards. How's it going, Chad? Bruno? They both nod their heads in just kind of compliance.
You said they do tea and masks?
Yeah,
They
ambulance.
do tea and
And
amulets.
Hey, you guys have a few of those extra amulets? We haven't built up a tolerance with that tea yet.
You see one of the guards rolls his eyes and drops off to this desk, and he hands you off enough for each of you. Better get these once you leave.
Was this one
Thank
Chad?
That was Bruno.
Bruno? I'll say thanks. I'll give him a gold piece.
He flicks it back at you. I get paid well enough.
Okay.
Thank you, Bruno.
I'm going to dole out the amulets to everybody. I'm going to give one to Schmigley as fast as I can.
Clambers for it and puts it on, and like kind of looks hurriedly back and forth, just expecting something to happen, but he's just like, he kind of just relaxes into it. Like nothing really seems to happen as you put these amulets on.
Are these cultist amulets?
They're cultist amulets.
Motherfucker, we're like in the beehive right now.
We are in the beehive.
Okay, so where the fuck do we go, Buffgate? Where the fuck do we go, Buffgate?
Can I make a perception check just around to see?
We gotta follow Chad.
I want to see if anything of note, but I also want to see if there's signs on the portals, like saying which location it is.
There's some sort of display behind the desk that you can see says Crescent Lake. Row upon row of stacked product.
Okay, I want to
From
look
floor to roof.
I want to look for some sort of control panel or anything. Something where it
There's
looks
a
like
control panel behind the desk that seems to control what door is leading out.
So right by the entrance is where that is.
Yes.
So is that our quick escape, you think?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, like that's
can also-
that's
if-
our quick escape out of here.
Also, if things get hairy, we can change it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that could be a way that we could get everybody out. We
Yeah.
change it to say
The Empire.
or
Well,
Coven Corp or
the-
Ellie's Hut or wherever. That would be pretty funny. Everybody goes to
Have
Ellie's
everyone
Hut.
show. What are all these people doing?
6,000
in my
people.
swamp?
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's Goonie. That you're the technology guy. I think.
Yeah, I could probably try to switch the doors. Wouldn't be a
that would
big
be good.
hard thing. All right, so let's find Dango and get the fucking people and skedaddle.
Let's
Mm.
go.
We can't linger here.
Like while you were talking, the gnome was talking with Chad, the other one, and you can see Chad. There's a bunch of words that are just flying across this little area. He slows it down, and Dango pops up on the screen. You can see him talking and showing the gnome directions to find Dango.
All right, I think we're all set here. Let's just follow me. We'll go ahead and get you to your client. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Very good.
How many guards do we see around?
You can see at least the two, and then there also are another two that are that were rounding this main corridor. As you walk past, you can see multiple groups of 2 guards. It seems that they don't really tend to leave themselves alone. They travel in groups no smaller than 2.
So there's at least like 10, 12 minimum?
I'd
Or
say about you pass 12
12?
on the way to Dango.
Every person that works, besides the stockroom undead people, I'm going to smile at all of them, hoping they smile back, because I just want to check if they have any stains on their teeth.
Like you definitely notice a few of them have some pretty yellow ass teeth. Cigarette, coffee, tea, nasty, like yellow teeth. Yes.
We know where
12.
Dango is.
We've got 12 guards. Does anybody have any ideas on how we get everybody out of here? And ourselves?
We're gonna. So
Well, I got the rock Mika gave me, so I can throw it at I think one of the holes in the cave, so we can make a big tunnel for us to get out.
Is that what that rock does? That rock makes a big hole.
Yeah.
Is it a portal?
No, I think it was just a tunnel, right?
She said it only works in the tunnels. Or
Yeah, it
something.
only works in the tunnels, so we gotta get to the tunnels. But
Okay, so I think we're gonna have to cause a distraction in a different area of this.
You said you can mess with the controls and maybe
Change the door.
change these doors, and we can try and get everybody.
How do we get everybody?
You said a distraction, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that we can get the people out through the doors.
You see Schmigley pull out a wrench. And he's like, well, I have an idea. Perhaps I could just loosen up one of these support legs and, well, just like dominoes. Boop, 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 boop.
Shigley,
Kill everyone.
You are a genius.
I don't know how many people I'm going to.
Well, Schmiggly, we're not trying to kill them.
Kill people. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Actually, you're right. Yes, we shouldn't. That is a horrible
these
idea.
People,
we shouldn't.
these people are dead.
No
matter what.
I'm gonna
the amount that we
sneak off.
save, the more we save, the better.
I'm gonna go off to see because the undead people. I'm guessing I'm gonna look at the undead people to see what they're wearing, or just the people who seem to have lost their souls.
They are wearing brightly colored vests with their names on them. They drag their feet. You can tell that they are readily different than the zombies that you typically see out of Miradria.
I'm walking away from the group down one of the because the group is going down a big hallway. I'm gonna go down one of the.
If they have actually lost their souls, we need to find a way to get them back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk down one of those aisles, so that just to try to be where nobody can see me.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the crystal, whatever, off my neck, and I'm going to put it on one of their necks to see if anything changes.
You put it around this zombie's neck, and this person's eyes, they start darting back and forth as if they were in a nightmare.
I'm going to put a finger up to their mouth. I'm going to put my hand over their mouth. I'm here to help. Will you be quiet? Okay, I'm gonna take my hand off. How long have you been here?
I don't know where. It's an elven person with scraggly, thin hair, and this dawning horror comes to us. Am I in the stockroom?
Yes, but don't worry for right now. I'm gonna try to help you. Okay. And then I'm going to look around to see if there's any defining features of the boxes, anything around me.
You are in, A for asswipe.
So it's just squatty potties and cottonelle.
Yes.
You see...
bidets.
Yeah, bidets. But really luxurious ones.
Magical
No,
bidets.
Yeah.
no, it's Dorshoppe. It's Dorshoppe sandpaper, toilet paper, one ply. It's made out of tree bark.
There's druid wipes. It's
Here, I'm going to leave that with you so that you can keep this consciousness. I don't want you to lose yourself again, okay? But I want you to stay right here. I have to go back to my group. Do you know if you'll be safe, if you can hide?
I may be able to hide, yeah, but what should I do? How do I get out of here? Right?
I'm going to figure that out, but I need you to stay here so I can come back for you.
Please don't leave me here.
I won't. I promise.
Okay.
Stay out of sight.
You can see him duck beneath a few pallets, and I'll be here. Okay.
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 And then I'm just going to kind of power walk back towards the group.
You're able to find them well enough.
There you are.
You can hear the snake hissing quite a bit, and you can smell that nasty pungent tea from anywhere.
And I no longer have the amulet, and I haven't drank the tea, so I don't know if that puts me as a time bomb of anything, but...
I also have not done those things.
You didn't put the amulet on?
Oh, maybe I did. Sure. I
Well,
have mine on.
we all
No,
have
I have
to.
mine on. That's fine. I have mine on.
As we're walking, I want to see kind of, what boxes are around us. I'm looking for more magical or useful things, I should say. Just useful.
Now, a lot of this seems to be relatively cheap goods, exported out
it's
from
Dorshoppe.
different
It's blue jeans.
you're definitely in kind of some clothing section, and it goes off to some. There are rows upon rows of these blue bottles.
Blue bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see one at all?
Sure.
Does it look like
Yeah,
a
you can
potion?
check. It looks like a potion.
Can I make a check?
Want to pop it open? Give it a smell.
Yeah.
You pop it open and like you're hit with this minty blast, and you see the snake woman kind of slithers up a little bit to you, and she's like,
What? Need to freshen up a little bit.
What is this?
It's mouthwash.
I'm okay.
We're in the dental section here.
I'll just,
It makes your teeth sparkly clean.
she bares her fangs at you.
does she have
They
like,
are yellow. They're yellow.
I was gonna ask if they're like the fluorescent white teeth that Jonah Hill had in Wolf of Wall Street. It's the opposite. Okay, I'll cork it and put it back.
Yeah.
I saw that as an opportunity to speak with these three right here. And Schmiggy might have been listening. I don't know what Schmiggy's doing. But it was a good distraction. So, guys, I gave my amulet to one of the workers, and they're not gone.
So it's reversible.
Yeah, he's no longer a undead walking around with no purpose.
Well, then you should be drinking some of the tea then, right?
I'm not going to drink
I
the
don't.
tea.
Yeah, I don't think the tea. I don't think the tea has the same effects as the amulet.
I think
Here, just
that-
take my amulet. And
Are
I
you
take it
sure?
off and give it to you. Yeah, it's not a problem. It is definitely not a problem.
Do you have like a ventilator in there or something?
A ventilator in where?
Your suit?
His resistance.
you
to-
got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
fancy suit.
Yeah,
Okay. If I see anything happening to you, I'll give it right back. I'm gonna
I
put
appreciate
back
that.
on. I think we have to find either more of these or maybe get them out
We
and
can-
have them breathe
Maybe
free air again.
maybe that control panel that we passed also can shut off the gas.
Yeah,
Uh,
we could try that.
Goon, do you want to mess around with that? I can.
You guys want
I
to
can
go
make-
find Dango
I
and
can make
meet
you
us back here?
Yeah, I can make you invisible so you can do all that and not be noticed.
I mean, I was just going to disguise myself as that gnome. We're literally the same height.
Either way.
Because that way, if anyone talks to me, I can be like, oh, yeah, Coven Court. Or
They
Dollar Shop.
They might be confused why he's working on the controls though.
They could.
So I've got this.
Goon,
I've
your
got the
improv is
spells.
impeccable.
They very well could. Okay, yeah, I'll take the invisibility and go beep beep ba doop doop.
All right, so I'll cast invisibility on you. So
Do you have to like spray it on like sunscreen? I put my arms out to the side and you put them.
I just pull out copper tone invisible spray.
Exactly, yeah. Make sure you get the back of my calves so you always burn.
It's invisibility ink. If anybody puts a blue UV light on you, you glow. You're invisible except for black lights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it lasts for an hour. So after an hour, we have to reapply it.
Nice. Can't go in water for 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so I touch you. You do the invisibility spell,
I'm
and
invisible.
so now you're invisible for 1 hour.
I look great. Flawless.
I can't see. I just hear your voice. I try to give him a head pat,
I
but
bite
I
him.
can't find it.
I bite his
Ah!
hand.
Oh no, he attacked!
You all right over there?
Yeah, I bit my tongue.
Yeah. Watch yourself. The tea is hot.
Exactly.
I'm going to go find the controls.
In the meantime, we're going to follow the party as you make it to Dango.
Have I caught up with them now?
You've caught up with him as well. You fill Charvalco in on everything along with the rest of the group.
Halen, what do you think about taking these guys out when we get up to Dango? I mean, we're in a pretty secluded section. If we could somehow take the guards out little by little.
I'm going to check to see if there have been guards on rafters, and I've been smiling at each one, getting an idea of how many aisles there are between guards every time.
You can see that there aren't any rafters or anything above.
There's no catwalks.
No catwalks. There are some of the same crystals that you did see at Coven Court, the ones that changed color as you got close to them. But other than that, no catwalks. But you do see relatively steady supply of guards
So we've
patrolling
seen
the area.
We've seen a lot more than 12 men.
At this point, yes. This is a big place.
I don't know if
Yeah.
taking these two out is going to be the best idea, drawing
Yeah,
too much
maybe
attention to ourselves.
You're right.
I think a soft touch is what we should take with this one.
Schmigley's idea. Create a
And-
little domino.
Yeah.
But
It would
now
cause
we know
quite a bit of
everybody
ruckus.
can come back.
That would,
That's true.
I don't want to crush
yeah, we might.
thousands of people to death.
Yeah.
I'm not quite in favor for that myself. You know what I might be able to do?
What is it, Schmigly?
There has to be something that is flammable around here, yes? Perhaps we could just cause a small explosion, kind of like we did over at the university. I don't know, like, if I do it right, I could aim the explosion up into the air, almost like fireworks.
Wait, you guys blew up the university?
It's a long story. We'll
tell you later about
fill you in on it afterwards.
Yeah.
Schmigley, how big or small do you think you could make that explosion?
I can make it as big as we want.
I'm gonna look around for a dark space near one of the doors with like the green or whatever the green and red crystals are. Just a dark space in general. Look around.
Something tells me that mouthwash back there might be flammable. If you want to aim it at that, it's definitely not cleaning people's teeth.
Yeah. It's not as strong as the stuff we get at the Rusty Cooninger.
I may be able to work with that, possibly.
Perception? I'm trying to get the dark. I just look.
That'll
wanna
be a
find it.
perception roll. Yes.
13.
There aren't any doors nearby, but you do see a relatively dark corner. It's quite a bit darker down one of these aisles.
Char, you were thinking about trying to take those two out?
Maybe, although
If somebody
taking-
pulls all the
taking-
guards, do you think you guys can get the job done?
if we get all the guards together and Schmigley blows them all up,
If there's a distraction and the guards chase one person all around this miles-long storage room, do you think you guys can take these two out and try to save everybody?
we could definitely take these two out. But it seems like we have an opportunity to not just create a distraction, but to take a lot of the guards out at once with this explosion of Schmigley's.
I'm afraid if we have an explosion big enough to try to take a bunch of guards out, that we're going to take civilians out in the crossfire.
I can take out the guards. I got this.
So you can take these two out, and if I get all of the other guards chasing me,
Yeah.
Do we maybe want to wait till we get some sort of sign from Goonie? The gas shuts off? Anything?
sure.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, what are you going to do?
Schmigs will make a firework of sorts. I'll grab it. I'll get to the nearest dark aisle, make a ruckus, make sure they know I'm there, and have every guard in this
What if
3 or 4 block radius come to me.
What if you just throw it at the guards? 2 get taken out, and
I want to be as far away and have the biggest head start I can so that while I'm running, none of them can catch me.
yeah,
We-
you could throw it at the
Well,
guards and run.
we could do that, or we could have one of these two do it. I learned something from Ellie while I was down in those caves.
When you got Buffgate.
Ellie did something. Well, she tried to do something that was gonna force me to do something I necessarily didn't want to do, and I kind of picked up on that. I could suggest to maybe the gnome or this snake lady to do what Halen was going to do.
All right.
That
That's better.
is a good idea. Oh, and you have that potion of growth, right, Melee?
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you, Puffcake.
So when you do that to people, it stays with them long enough for them to just be running around.
Yeah, I had to make sure that it's not I don't think it's concentration. Suggestion is concentration, so I would have to drop the invisibility on Goonie in order to do that.
That's not ideal.
I just think I could take all the guards chasing me. I have means of escape. And it will give you guys time to do things that you need to do.
All right.
Schmigs, can you make the firework?
He's actually already
It's
mixing a couple things, and he's got this big old bamboo shoot, and he's like,
Oh, I'm ready. Question is, are you?
as he pours this mixture down into the bamboo shoot, you can hear it start to as it foams up at the top.
It's gonna get loud.
Okay, I'm going to grab it And before I run off, I'm gonna say there's an elf at late A's aisle. He's hiding.
All right, you better do this and get back in one piece. And I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration. So take a.
I'm going to cast action on Halen. You start having traces as you move. It just gives you an extra action. It's like a single round of haste.
You become like Fry in the coffee episode where he drinks 100 cups of coffee and he just...
Yeah, I need you guys to make sure you get the elf at A. I promised him we'd save him.
All right.
And I'm bolting off to that dark aisle.
Here's Dango. Hey, you're welcome to speak with him. So we've got the party that have just made it to Dango. We've got Goon off on a silent mission,
Rather perilous, some might say.
but luckily he has...
Invisibility.
Oh, yeah.
For a minute.
Might be enough time to get what he needs done.
I think it's.
We can only hope.
It's 10
Mhm.
I think it's a minute, dude. You fucking weak ass spell.
Damn.
Sorry.
Spicy.
Just level 2 spells, man.
Which a weak ass.
Them's rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers up.
Those numbers up, bro.
So,
Pump it louder.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
bam.
How close do I have to be to you?
Yeah, fuck off, Goonie.
Jesus Christ.
You can be on the other side of the world.
Does it say that? Does it say
no
that?
range.
Invisibility. You could be on
No
the
range.
other side of the world.
Cool. So I'm invisible for an hour.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Up to
Don't
an hour.
cast another concentration spell because I
You better hope I don't get hit.
naked. What?
You better hope I don't take damage and have to roll a concentration check. Because I do not have war.
Goonie thought for some reason you had to be naked for the invisibility to take effect.
So you all are sitting in front of Dango, and he's just looking like the rest of the shelves that are working here in the stockroom. As Halen would remember, there was a magical charm from the amulets that brings the shelves back to life.
I take off my amulet and I'm going to put it on Dango.
No, we're still in with the other two people, right?
They walked off out of earshot
Oh,
to give you a
Okay.
bit of privacy.
I'll use my amulet to put around Dango.
He snaps to
Dango,
I'm stockroom. Shit, how
Dango, it's
long
it's me.
have I been out?
Dango, it's me. It's Jeff.
Jeff? Holy shit, you made it back.
I told you I'd come back. These are a couple of my friends I told you about. We've got one more. I lean into whisper to him. One more is invisible, trying to mess around with the controls. Another one is getting ready to make a distraction. We're going to get you out.
What kind of distraction are we talking about?
a loud one. Can you use a bow?
I can use a bow, yeah.
I'll give him my bow and arrow.
He takes the bow and arrow in his hands and he runs his thumb and index finger along the line of the bowstring.
What do we need to do to enact your plan?
First, we're going to have to make it out of this fucking purg hole. And we're going to have to make it into the main housing quarters. You came from there, right? You were processed there.
Yes.
That's where they take everybody their first night. I have a bit of a gathering going on there. They should already have it started. We need to make it to the quarters so that I can tell them more about.
How long would it take you to get in and get everybody back into this room?
From the quarters to
Here.
to the stockroom? You
We're-
want me to damn all these people?
We're changing the portal.
You're changing the portal. That's interesting. Shit,
We can
why
hold
didn't I think?
We can hold them off for a certain amount of time, but there's a lot of people here.
It's not going to do us much good if they all get turned into shells and start walking off. Is your friend going to be shutting off the miasma?
That's what we're checking. We don't know if we can do that. But if anybody can figure it out, he can.
We're going to have to trust him in the meantime. But I think our first and best bet is to gain the rest of the resistance, which has gathered in the main housing quarters.
So how long to get them all in here?
All we need to do is shuffle them in through the elevator bit by bit. It might take maybe 30 minutes.
What about the guards?
The guards, there's going to be at least 2 stationed in the housing quarters. Here in the stockroom, there's at least 20 to 30.
Well, we've got
30.
we've got one of our party mates going to make a big distraction. I hope it's big enough.
Yeah, and I am.
I hope your friend can also
Throw away
maybe disable the alarms, because a lot of my plan did involve a bit of stealth. I wanted to get the people off of the main floor as well, if we could.
What kind of weapons do the guards have?
A lot of them carry side whips. A few of them have different long swords and maces, while a few others rely on magic and transmutation.
All right.
Is there any way you could get some of the prisoners armed? That way when they get here, they can help us fight?
That is part of the plan, yes.
Okay.
We should be able to get many of our supplies from the main floor while getting the rest of the people out as well.
Okay. Any second now, there's going to be an explosion and things are going to go off. We can get you to the door. And then I think we're going to just hole up till you get back.
Fair enough. You have to adapt sometimes, right? Not all things can always go according to plan. I'll make it this way with the rest of the resistance. We'll make it back up to the main floor, and we'll go from there, I suppose.
Do you know what's in here? Are there weapons? Are there potions? Is there anything that could be of use in here for us?
Well, there's plenty of things that could be useful down here in the stockroom, yes. But it spans for a few miles. I know that is at the very least. How long it would take you to get some of these things, it might take you at least 30 minutes just to get there, and then another back.
Okay.
All right, do we all know our parts?
I think so. There's 2 people just out of earshot that guided us here. We will help get you to the front door. Gather as many weapons as you can along the way.
Middle management is here.
Middle management.
Yeah, a snake lady and a
Yeah,
shorter guy.
We're your lawyers right now. It's what we told them. So
Lawyers, huh? Okay. Yeah, I could roll with that. Maybe one of you could go with me.
That actually buys us some protections, because I don't think they like litigation. So they're being compliant right now because they don't want to get in trouble.
You all may be my ticket out of here, along with another good 100 or so people. You've done a hell of a good thing here, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'm in your debt.
That's something that we don't have to worry about right now.
All right, guys. It's about to get bloody very soon.
Let's get the purg out of here.
I agree.
You have those health potions, right?
Yes.
You need
yes,
to stay.
I have a big belt of them. Look. Ching, 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 ching.
Here's a dagger. I'm going to hand him the cultist dagger that I have. Stay.
Is it a
Why would you? I have told you I will have no part in any sort of devilry.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I will hand him my regular dagger.
He looks at it intently and takes it from him.
Don't use it unless you need it. Stay out of danger. We need you on support, okay?
Yes.
If anybody goes down, if anybody's looking really bad.
You can call me Dr. Smigley. I will make sure that no one dies under my watch.
I'm going to give Schmigley one of my... I think I've got an extra potion, so I'll also give one to Schmigley. Schmigley, you're the water boy. You're the healer. You're Dr. Schmigley. You're going to need more of these health potions, so I'm going to give you one.
Got you covered.
All right, Schmigley, and remember what I taught you.
You see him get an extremely serious look on his face, and he nods. I'm ready.
All right, so we got our plans down, and I'll be the brunt of everything. So just give me the word, and I'm ready to go.
And at that point, we're going to zoom out and zoom into Halen van Liechtenstein.
I pour the first vial into the second to initiate the firework response.
And it starts to bubble and smoke, and sparks slowly start to
As the sparks start to pop out, I throw it to the adjoining aisle, the opposite direction as my friends.
Gotcha. There's a loud, shattering smash as the vial breaks against one of the support beams, and it sparks up into the air, and fireworks go off, hitting up against the ceiling and spreading out across to multiple other aisles. We're going to zoom out and zoom back in to Goon. You happen to make it to the console at the front of the desk. And the two guards are just sitting there dicking off.
Are they like using the console, or are they just hanging out?
They're just hanging out. One of them is just standing up against the wall next to the door. One of them sitting down. They're not next to the console by any means.
Would I know? Okay, so if I was to use the console, I'm not going to lose my invisibility, right?
I would love that spell. Yeah, I'm going to lose my invincibility.
You get the Mario Bros. Invincibility star.
Yeah. I don't believe that you get.
Level spell.
I don't believe that you lose your invincibility. Your invisibility, unless you get hit.
It's either getting hit, attacking, or casting a spell.
That does.
So, okay. I would allow the interaction of the console without breaking your invisibility.
Cool. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off. The first thing I'm going to do is attempt to turn off the alarms.
Okay.
As quickly as they came on, they're going to turn off like it was an accident.
Give me an investigation roll. That's going to be a DC 15.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice. Yeah. Oh.
You look at the alarm.
Plus 7. And I think I get to add double my proficiency bonus because it's a device, like a mechanical device.
You look through this console and you easily swipe off to a dwarven rune that reads off alarm system. You make quick work of not only finding the alarms for the stockroom, you found it for the entire complex, and were able to disable them across the board. So everything is in the green. No alarms are going to be going off. So far as nobody changes anything.
That wasn't so bad. I have a question. Is this dwarven technology very similar to my dwarven technology?
You notice some very strong similarities, yes.
Is there any way for me to use this console? So there's no alarms now, right?
There are absolutely no alarms. The entire alarm system is shut off for the entire building.
That's fucking huge.
With a 27? Oh, yeah.
Is there a map? Is there something I can take with me? Or is there a way to look for information who runs this type of equipment, this technology? Like, who's like the super smart doctor that these people got working for them? I'm curious about this technology.
Okay.
Since it's akin to mine.
I'd give you either a history or an investigation roll into that.
I have plus 10 off though.
Pick your poison.
That was also card back. 17 plus 7.
You know that based on some of your vague memories that you spent a lot of time in Greyhaven, and there were a sect of gnomes that created multiple different technologies, and this is of their sort of brand.
So I at least recognize the handiwork.
Yes.
But not necessarily, it's not necessarily of important in terms of like correlation to me.
Well,
like, it's not like, oh my gosh, this totally correlates to the dwarven technology I am familiar with and might have something to do with me.
I almost feel like you have multiple pieces.
Okay.
Like, one of your pieces might be made of this Greyhaven tech.
Okay, so this technology is not of personal consequence, but it is familiar to technologies I've seen or used before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very interesting.
Is there anything else that you needed to do while you were here before you leave?
Was there anything else I was supposed to do? Oh, I'll turn off the gas that's turning people into zombies.
You went through and turned off the gas as well.
Nice. I did all the things at the terminal that needed to be did.
Mm-hmm. You
very nice.
Even one roll. On top of all that,
1,000 gold into your
On top of all that, you gained admin access. So yeah, like you will be able to just like jump right in on
20
it. Ever. That was a very good nat 20.
I transferred ownership of this whole company to myself.
I'm going to head back to the group.
I'm not a nerd. I'm a hacker.
Then we're going to zoom back out and zoom back into Halen Van Liechtenstein. And there's a huge explosion going off just a little ways away from you. And you start hearing a bunch of guards. What the fuck is going on? What? Why aren't the alarms going off? What's going on? And then just general hubbub, General hubbub. Yes, General.
Prince Abibu. Prince Abibu.
Hey guys, I think that's the signal.
Zoom out, zoom back in to the party. Don't we all love it when we split the party 3 ways, everyone?
Yeah.
We're going.
3-way, you say?
This is 3-way split right here.
I lean into Dango like, that would be the signal.
Looks like your friend came through. Let's make our way to the main gate. Come. And you
And in slow motion, all of us come around the corner.
And I'm going to give
Action
you.
music plays.
I'm going to give you all a perception roll,
Alright.
including Dango.
Alright.
That was a nat 20.
Nat
Nice.
20.
Oh! That's a 24 total.
Good damn. You see up in the distance a group of guards come down the main thoroughway, and you are able to pull the rest of the party down an aisle and are able to dodge those guards. You run up further down the aisles.
With the perception, the whole time Travaco is looking at everything as we run by, looking for anything that could be of use. like
Anything.
A spoon.
yeah, anything.
Small
A pencil.
hand-
He once killed a man by stabbing him in the neck with a pencil.
I would like
Okay.
to roll for any type of thing that the DM wants to give me.
Literally. Odds or evens.
Oh my gosh, I hate this. Evens.
14.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Finally.
Like 14.5, which is odd. which is odd.
Sucker. You find yourself 2 smoke grenades that are primed and ready to go without any of their safety,
Perfect.
like
for you.
safety
Oh my
things
Perfect for
engaged. So you're able to use it.
Quickly stops and just does a little jiggle, like a little chest jiggle. Picks him up and keeps running.
He's like,
He
just shimmies-
Naruto
he
runs
just
with smoke behind it.
Shimmies a little
they're not
bit. And he's like,
being used
"Oh."
right now, Sean. They're not smoking.
So you run off and you are able to make it to the front of the gate. The 2 guards, Goon, you notice, ran off after some huge ass explosion that went off in the left-hand side of the room. And you have no clue what is going on. There's chaos going out throughout the entire stockroom. As you can see, some of the zombies are like slowly coming to a stop and looking at their surroundings a little bit, almost bewildered.
I am just rushing to where Halen is, and then we're gonna make our way back to the rest of the group.
Well,
So I'm going to where the fireworks
Where are we at? Would he see us running to the entrance?
If I see them, I'll catch up with them first. Now.
Odds or evens?
Evens.
6. You happen to go down one of the main causeways after dodging another set of guards.
I'm
The
invisible.
main party dodged a few other guards and came down the main thoroughway, and you see them heading straight towards you, Goon. And Halen, you come out off of the aisle that you were at. I want you to give me a stealth roll real quick, if you would, please.
The best part is I'm not trying to be stealth.
Are you trying?
No, like, I like it because if
You're
I
not
roll
banging
low,
pots and pans together. How inconspicuous can you be?
10.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. I rolled a 4.
Rolled a 19. Like, you run off from the explosion and you see 2 groups of guards on either side of you.
Hey,
Both of
boys!
them- Get them! And they immediately start running in your direction.
I'm gonna wait until they get right up on me. There's 2 groups of guards, you said?
2 groups of guards. There's
So they're
there's basically
sprinting.
5.
They're sprinting
of them.
full speed at me from the other side.
Yep.
Okay, I'm standing, I'm biding my time, I'm just waiting. And once they get right on top of me, I misty step to the other side of the aisle.
I love it. I love it.
Do they have their weapons out and they stab each other as they collide?
Yeah, and they all die.
They all die.
It causes an atomic explosion that only affects the guard.
They ran so fast that their atoms collided and a nuclear explosion happened.
So somehow it's like atom bombs and like a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
So
D&D is so easy, you guys.
You just have
they don't stab each other, but they do run into each other as they look around. Damn it, he doesn't have a collar. Where the perk did he go?
hey boys, from the other way, and now I'm going to start running so they chase me.
And not only that, another group of guards joins the fray. There are now 10 guards coming after you.
I got a good head start though.
And then the Benny Hill music starts to go off in the background as you go down, up and down the aisles. And
Is it the Scooby-Doo thing where they run in and out of the aisles and they run into each other and then they run the separate way?
But so we go off to our main party. You are heading towards the main gates, and you cannot see Goon anywhere. But at least the gates are free of any guards. So you make it up to the console. You just see this big crystal giving off the words password.
Can we see how everyone is affected now that the gas is shut off?
You notice that some of the shell-like people are, when they were shuffling along, going about tasks, they've come to a stop and they're looking around as if slowly recognizing their surroundings.
All right, we probably need to make sure they don't. But I gotta calm them down, at least.
Yeah, so I want to, because when we came in, the guard went off and grabbed us more necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to try and find where those are and grab as many as I can, however many there are.
I'll give you a sleight of hand roll to open up this container.
Oh. Got a 2 + 6, so I got an 8.
You just rake it, and the tumblers are just not going into place. It snaps off. The bit of it is just stuck in there.
Did we run into that elf that Halen talked to? There should be one elf with an amulet.
They promised me that they would help them.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
9.
Oh my god, you're on it.
Yeah, this is an
Nice.
improvement from last week.
Every time this happens,
Yeah. Knock
I
on
feel
wood,
like I'm
everybody.
gonna shit myself.
Okay. Towards the front of the aisles, you saw this bewildered elf just stumbling out into the main thoroughway, just wide-eyed, and he sees you coming, and you see him almost start to shriek as you come towards him. But
Get out, run.
he stops, and
No, we gotta send them through the portal.
We don't know if can we look at the console and see if the portals have changed
There's
destination?
nobody around us, right?
There's nobody
we don't
around
know
you.
if that's changed.
All the guards have left.
It seems so.
Because Goon's still invisible, we don't know where he's at.
I thought he did all of it.
Yeah, but we just showed up to the console. We don't know.
Does it look like the
if he
portals
has.
have changed? Says the names of the change above them.
Does it? Do we?
This isn't the same console that I was at, because then I would have ran into them already.
Like you did. I
You did.
did mention that.
So I am with
all-
them now. I am.
You just haven't revealed yourself. You're still invisible.
right.
So
I just didn't.
you,
Okay.
yeah, you definitely noticed the party as they came to you.
Okay. So they came to me. Okay. Got it. So we're all. I thought they were at a different console.
Goonie, are you here?
Yeah. It's me. You guys got it.
Can you change the portal?
I did all the bells and whistles and all the doohickeys.
Okay, so where's the portal change to then?
It
I
is.
changed the portal back to Crescent Lake.
Goon, do you still need to be invisible right now, or can I drop that?
He's just sweating. He's focusing as hard as he can. God, please.
You doing okay, Jeff?
I think that it's smart for me to stay this way. I don't know.
Whatever you want, bud.
I appreciate it.
So I'll go up to the elf and guide him to the portal. Go.
He goes out the door. Like, where am I supposed to go?
Just
Where would
wherever. Run.
Isn't Mika in Crescent Lake?
Yeah, Mika
Where
and
would
Ellie.
Mika
Mika
go?
and Ellie.
Mika-
were-
Yeah, to her hut. Can we change the portal to her hut? Right outside her hut, like in the field.
You scroll through the
options.
locations, and it only seems to go to different cities across the sphere, unfortunately.
To different, like, big cities?
Mhm.
Oh, man.
You see one.
Crescent Moon Lake, then, is the closest place. I
Yeah,
don't want to
you see
displace
one.
these people.
They probably have like teleportation rings set up
Okay,
in
cool.
those places.
Cool.
go to the city center.
City center, you got it.
And I'll Charvalco will start gathering as many of the people that are snagling about and trying to get
Oh
them.
yeah, and then May will also kind of sort of guide them there too, and kind of keep watch to see if anyone comes as well.
While they're doing that, I am going to take the time to keep a lookout for Halen, first off, because I can hear the fireworks, but I can't see them. And I want to change from my stealth suit into my big protector suit. Because we're helping people get out of here.
Dango, does anybody else, any of the other slaves know about the plan? Do you need to say anything to them before they go through this portal?
I definitely let a few trusted people know about the plan. You kind of fall apart if I'm not there to bark orders at them, you know?
Well, we don't want everybody going through this portal like chickens with their heads cut off and get trapped. If they're revolting, then let them know to go through these portals ready for battle. Or something.
Yeah, I agree. I think Dango should go with them. Too.
Or at least give some direction to everyone.
It's time to be a leader, Dango.
That was one of my team's plans, and I was part of that team.
All right, let your people know.
We have to shepherd them out of here.
Yeah, you're the shepherd. Attend to your flock, young. Go west, young man.
All right, let's get them out of here.
So, I just remembered that I had a flying broom, and I got really excited when I remembered that.
We're going to zoom out from the main party and back over to Halen, where he has gotten quite a horde of guards chasing after him now. They're just yelling at you, "Stop! Stop! You're only making this worse for yourself!"
Are those guards being impeded by stampeding people that aren't zombies anymore?
Yeah, they're definitely falling over people. The zombies that are just standing in one place, a few of them are falling, trailing back from the pack. They don't seem to be catching up with you yet.
Like, hey boys, I'm just like smacking my butt cheeks and stuff.
Nice.
Oh, what?
Baboon tactics.
Yeah, baboon tactics.
We're going to zoom out from there, zoom back into the main party. The rest of the party, are you going to move through the gates?
Dango, do your thing.
Yeah, waiting for Dango to move all the people out of here, and when all the people are out of here, I think we're going to move through the gates.
Schmiggly, can you make any more of those explosives?
Can I? He gets 2 bottles and starts twirling them about in his hands.
Can I have that?
So long as you promise to be careful with it. It'll blow your hands off.
I make no such promises. I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna hop off my magic flying broom. And I'm gonna try and I want to try and find the guards chasing him.
Can I get on the broom with you?
You certainly could.
You want to come with me?
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring
You
you.
guys have fun.
I'm tiny. I'm like small, so
Not only that,
we'll
I
be
will
back.
Give you, give me a perception roll with advantage from Goonie for the help that he's giving you.
Perception.
All right, Jeff, it's you and me holding up this
So
area.
17, and then
Jeff just
so 17 plus 4, 21.
You see a trail of guards like ants out in the field, moving towards a singular point.
Do I know how long it takes for this to mix up before it goes off?
You know that it takes maybe about no more than 30 seconds before
30
it starts.
seconds?
Yeah, before it goes off. Yeah.
Okay, and are there any of the slaves mixed in with the guards here?
Odds or evens?
Oh my god. Evens.
2.
I am on the edge of my seat every time he asks this.
You're noticing something else that you notice. Most of the guards are obviously going towards one singular spot. All of the zombies seem to be moving towards the door themselves. So they're slowly meandering toward the main door.
okay, so the door, not dimension door.
The dimension door that Jeff Buffgate and Melee and Schmiggly are at right now.
Wait, dimension door or like regular door?
There are no other regular doors. There's only the singular door to the stockroom that goes to all the different doors.
You guys are by both doors.
Yeah.
I thought we were by like the double doors that we came.
And
there's only the set.
dimension.
There's only the set of the double doors. That is a dimension door to all the different door shops across the
that
sphere.
double door is also the dimension door.
Yes.
No, but there was a double door that led from the middle management place.
Yes.
That's all the
is
same
the
door.
same door.
Is there slaves mixed in with the guards?
There are no slaves mixed in with the
Okay,
guards.
so Valko's gonna mix up the bomb.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab attention too. Hey guys,
I-
up here!
He got their attention. You can see a smattering of them look up a little bit too late as this bomb comes down. Give me an improvised weapon throw. So just your dex bonus on this.
Just my dex bonus. Okay.
What?
got a nat 1. But oh fuck! I forgot to say that I cast. Oh, I forgot to cast that spell on myself.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
You get a 1.
I got a nat 1.
Oh, the first one.
The rest of us have disadvantage if we did not.
Yep. On the next thing.
If you roll bad, I will attempt to shoot it because I could. Okay, so just narratively speaking, I was not able to switch my armors. You need to do it on a long or short rest. We didn't have that, so I'm still in my infiltrator thing. So I will. Well, go ahead, do your thing, Austin.
He did his thing.
Okay, so what
so he dropped this bomb on. It looked like a bunch of scroll paper, and they immediately ignite, and an entire half of this aisle is now on fire. Half of the guards do stop and start to go after putting out the fire itself.
So it doesn't explode.
It explodes the same way that Halen's bomb went off, fireworks going off.
But it didn't land in them, so it didn't do any damage.
It didn't do any damage to the group, but this section of the stockroom is now on fire.
Well, we don't necessarily want to hurt the prisoners.
No, that's why I made sure that there weren't prisoners mixed in with the guards.
It was just
The
the guards.
guards.
I was trying to kill the guards.
He rolled a good luck check, and there were no prisoners mixed in with the guards.
How close was I?
Like, you definitely had your eardrums blown out a little bit. It was relatively close. It was relatively close, and like you feel a bit of the heat on your back as you're running away from this explosion. You see Charvalko up on the broom.
I'll look back to Goonie. Oopsies. And I will hand you one of the smoke grenades. I found these guys.
All right, should I
What?
throw it?
Oh.
Does it blow up? What do you want me to do with it? How would this? How would this special
It's a smoke
help?
grenade.
Oh,
what?
so we could like cover, so we can use this for escape or
Just causing chaos, distractions. I don't know.
Okay, interesting. So now that the door is open and going and everything is, are the prisoners getting out?
The prisoners are slowly meandering their way, and I'd say there's about a good 2/3 of them now at the front gates along with the rest of the party.
And they're leaving, right? They're going through it.
Did you leave it open or did you close it? You left it open, I imagine?
Yeah, for them to go through. Yeah, we're like guard. I feel like we're like bouncers almost, and we're letting them in.
Okay. So like they are moving their way through the door, and as they hit the doorway, they take a deep breath and come to as they leave the stockroom. Where like you hear a smattering of people just, where am I? What happened? How long have I been out? Where did we go?
Dango, herd your sheep.
Didn't he take off already?
Odds or evens?
He should be on the other side.
Evens.
Yeah, he took off already.
8.
Nice. Good
So
job.
Dango was able to make it out, and he has a few people. There's one person right by his side, a giant half-orc that has these giant tusks over bite wrapped up in a big old smile. And he comes up, well, hello there, everyone.
You are one misleading character.
Oh, that's what most people say about me. They always expect a big old mean orc, but here I am. So you must be the people that Dingo said they're helping everybody out? I can't tell you just how appreciative I am about that. Tessia blessed me today. Tessia bless us all.
Yeah, Tessia bless. And I just do some kind of weird wave thing.
He waves back at you and he's like, hi, what's your name?
Jeff.
Very nice to meet you. I'm RNG Price.
Oh no.
Hey there.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Melee.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. It's so hard to come by good people these days. The fact that you are helping all of these needy people, it just absolutely warms my heart. Are we ready to get out of here?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Awesome!
Can you help get these people out of here?
Definitely! I can help any way. Wherever I'm needed, I am happy to be there. So let's go ahead and lead these little sheep on to the promised land. What do we say about that?
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna sit down and take a little break. And Jeff just sits down. He's breathing super heavy.
Damn. All right, Jeff, you got it?
I'll make it, I think.
All right, I'm good. All right, you gotta keep your head in the game. All right, it's gonna be a big long path.
You can hear him, he sees a few people, he's kind of leading more zombies not zombies, but shells into the rest of the group, singing joyful little songs as he goes about. Oh, Tessia, the goddess of luck, you gotta know sometimes life will suck. He's definitely skipping about. He seems to be consistently watching his step everywhere he goes. You can see him kissing multiple of these decorative charms that adorn his every being, from his sleeves to his chest, going off with a giant smile on his face. Just, oh boy, I'm so happy to be helping people. Come on, everybody, let's sing along.
Is this the same person, the orc? The half orc?
This is the half orc. Yes.
Not to rain and not to, great singing and everything, but we might want to keep that down just so, just in case.
Odds or evens?
Evens.
That was a nat 1 on my end, and as a matter of fact, there are a few of the guards heard this ruckus that he was definitely belting out his singing, and there are a few guards that you notice are heading in your direction. We're going to go ahead and end our session there.
Once Upon a Die is Cody White as our DM, Jonathan Curran as Goonie Makeshift, Grace Lee as May Lay, Justin Tuthill as Halen Van Lichtenstein, Austin Wolf as Charvalco, and myself, Sean McCallan, as Jeff Buffgate. Music is licensed by Dark Fantasy Studios. Additional credits can be found in the episode description. Don't forget to check out our social media pages on Instagram and TikTok at Once Upon a Die, and our Reddit channel, r/OnesUponADie, where you can comment, post your theories, or if you just want to chat. We'd love to hear how we can make a better listening experience for you. Thank you for listening, and until next time, have some fun and roll some ones.